Well, good evening, everyone. I believe it is Friday, October the 9th. The time here in the deep piney woods of East Texas is 20:38 Central. That's 10:38 Central, 10:38 p.m. Just came back in off the road. I've been down in Temple, Texas. And while I was there, I passed by the Tesla Tower there on I-35 that Aaron and Michelle, I believe that's her name, Dykes of the Truth Media. They're remarkable. They've really influenced me, and I love their work. And they had a show about a year ago or so, I believe it was, or a while back, about these Tesla towers they saw while they were driving down to Texas. I believe that they've moved into Austin area. I'm not sure. I wanted to go down and see them and meet them at the production they did of a movie that they did. I believe, if memory serves me right, it was called The Minds of Men. Extremely powerful. It's in my likes down here on this channel here. This is my channel you're looking at, RamblinRandysRadio. I just assume be totally dark. Be honest with you. I just assume we all be sub rosa. Sub rosa societies back in the day, in antiquity, Knights Templar and all that kind of thing, they were called private research or secret societies that did their own research were called sub rosa. I like that. If you'll see that my little Twitter avatar is the yellow rose, they used a red rose, and I also use a red rose sometimes. It doesn't make any difference why I'm telling you this. I'm just talking to you, letting you get to know me. This is mainly, again, for you influencers out there. We have enough brain power and enough enthusiasm and enough passion and love for this country to form a very powerful information hub where everybody could benefit, because we would all know if we want to make change, we got to put our own energy into it. We got to put our nose to the grindstone, or ever how that goes. But if you can't be there, throw some of your stored energy to the people who are out there, bringing us that good intel. And we're going to create this. This is my mission, and we're going to do it. But while I was in the Temple area, which is near Fort Hood, there was if it was 10 feet long, it was 5 miles of military equipment headed out of there on the rail. It's come to the point, people, where as long as I've been researching this and what have you, and I see the demographic below me, age-wise, that are diving off into this, it gives me a lot of hope. My agenda is that this, to me, of course, it's part of human nature, but it really metastasized, in a big word for that East Texas boy. It got real bad with old Amschmel Bauer, commonly known as Amschmel Rothschild. And when his son Nathan had the Battle of Waterloo, I won't get into that, but you need to, and we will. We'll study it. We're in a real serious situation here, to where people used to call me crazy, running around naked, my hair on fire, and probably you too if you're a researcher. Try to get this stuff out like Eustace Mullins did. I studied Eustace Mullins and became friends and met with G. Edward Griffin, the author of the Creature from Jekyll Island. And so I've been down this rabbit hole for a long time. And just I believe we're all divinely guided, and just the name of being able to acquire the Rabbit Hole Herald was unreal. I also have Global Reset Society, which I wrote two books actually, in 2007. One is Two Sides of Silence, excuse me, arrest that man. And the other is Reverse Fractional Banking, a Fair Exchange of Value. I could see that we're being ripped off by this damn bank deal. I mean, but it's hard to to stop it, because it's in every time someone spends $1, it's like buying your next month's product in the MLM. I kid you not. That's exactly what's taking place. And for someone who has owned, operated, and financed MLM companies, if you want to slap somebody, slap me. And knowing going in that the damn thing's going to collapse because it's exponential and it has no way for the base. It's a Ponzi, where you gather a bunch of money, you pay a few people at the top, keep them happy, and then the base finally just blows up and you start another one. And that's what's happening now. They came to the end of their Ponzi on the fiat money system, and it's over. But their end game was to regroup and start another gig, and they're going to start that gig. I feel strongly now with the yuan. I guess they still call it the yuan, the Japanese money. The Chinese money. And we was going to level out. Water's going to level us out here. That ain't going to happen. Yellowhead's in there now, and the spirit. See, to me, America is a spirit. And the spirit is inside of the people that reside in the confines or the boundaries of this nation state called America. United States of America. The spirit of America. And we have a wonderful spirit. We fled from all this crap that we're going through now, and we formed this wonderful experiment. And its days is not over unless we choose for those days to be over. Because as long as you can wiggle one finger, don't ring a bell. You got hope. You got hope. And I listen to you people. I'm a listener, and I'm sending this out to you people. That's just to the right of this video deal here on Twitter. Everyone's got an @bite. I'm talking to you personally. Any one of y'all could kickstart this thing, and we'd be off to the races and carrying our own water and help save this country and the principles that it's founded on, which are compiled into called the Constitution. The Bill of Rights and the rule of law apply to all. We're so close to losing this, people. We're so close to losing it that it caused this old hippie to come up from retirement, if you will. But it was out of necessity. I'm not going to pat myself on no back. I don't ever create anything until I have to. I've been that way all my life. But I go parabolic with things, and this is going to be parabolic as well, because this time I got my passion behind it. It's legal. It's straight up. It's not an oil deal. It's not an MLM. And it's about me using all those talents of extracting value from people to get into some high-risk deal. And I've pulled a lot of it. But here as of late, I've been a little jumpy about smiling and dialing, hello, my name is. I don't know why. I think it's that spirit that does not want me to do that. It ain't going to take hardly anything. I've already got enough into this thing and lost it behind the program. It ended up being BLM up there outside of Minneapolis. I kid you not. This is
history teaches us that.
Oh, let me stop that a second. This is our highlight movie. But that fell up there in Minneapolis. I've known 12 years, and we created this platform called the Rabbit Hole Herald. And we exchange value between each other when we create value. If someone says something great, we flip them a penny, nickel, dime, or quarter. And that's what I'm going to do with all you influencers. We get 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million people, just like Medium's got. There isn't any reason why we can't. Everybody can join for free. The only qualification is you're going to have to love this country, write a little something about the Constitution, the rule of law, and the Bill of Rights. And we're going to put that into a book for those people who receive enough tips, if you will, or tokens of appreciation for the value that essay, that little short little essay has. And we're going to send that damn thing to Washington, D.C. But we're going to continue on sharing with each other. We're an ecosystem. This is an energy circulating loop of energy. We all put our energy into this. We need minds. We need a lot of minds. And mind is our weapon. When you realize that you are one magnificent creating machine, you have no idea. You've just been thinking about the wrong stuff. How do you say that? Because I've been living that way and I figured it out. I figured out that all these things that I've never been qualified to do, and everybody looks at me, and how in the hell did he pull that off? I was thinking about it. I was thinking damn hard, and there wasn't going to be anybody getting away between me and that deal. And that's focused intent with passion. If you love this country, we can all help, but we need each other. And we need other people, but we need to show appreciation for them, the value that they bring to our community. And when they say something, that's work. And if their work is recognized and has value, we'll tip them. And we'll tip all these influencers. Remember, I may go back and forth in this presentation talking to it sounded like I'm talking to the average person, but I'm still talking to you people that are on that Twitter deal where your name is next to an @ And so this is what I'm going to tell everybody. I'm going to teach your people that your content is damn valuable. And they're sitting out there and they're not consciously entangling with you spiritually. They can do that by flipping you a damn penny for every video that you do that has value. Or for all those shows, Tori, that you do, and I know that you work hard for that. Millennium Millie, Rex, all of you people that I talk about that's got your name next to that @ I would not be doing this if it wasn't for y'all. John B, I've been following him forever when he's a DJ, and now he's doing this. He's spreading the truth. He's up in Dallas. I can't get hold of John B. I've tried. Oldest John B. Oldest. I talked to him 2 years ago, and I never could hook up with you. We shot a few kites back and forth, but never did get traction. But we're going to get traction. Because John B. loves this country, I'll guarantee you that. And his wife knows a lot about South Africa, which has had some shit hit the fan down there. And it's a prototype of what's going to happen to you. Have you seen what's going on in Australia, for God's sake? A lady got arrested for being outside of her perimeter. She got arrested for being outside of her 5 kilometers. Boy, that came back from Vietnam real quick. Clicks. They call them clicks over there. 3 clicks left and 4 clicks right. Oh, hell. Got a lot of journey here. But it's all culminated, people, with an @ next to your name. All this stuff that I've done, I'm giving it to everybody. I'm going to show you how we can skin this cat. Whoopsie doodle. Petco or whatever they're called be pissed off at me for saying that about a cat. That's just another way of saying we can pull this off. We can pull this off. And God, I even hate to say this because everybody's brain goes crazy, but I can show you how, you influencers, that I'll have to probably keep a close eye on you because there's going to be a ton of energy flowing your way. And energy and what you call money is synonymous in my world. It is synonymous. All that money is a storehouse of that hard work, sweat, and tears and thinking and everything that you've done that other people wanted that gave you a little bit of their stored energy if you do it. Including put your damn mask on. Wait till y'all see the mask I come up with today. You will not believe this. It's going to be called the Trust the Science mask. And if anybody says that ain't a real mask, then I'm going to confront them and I'm going to say, if you don't think that this will stop or be as effective against that thing flying around that you're scared about, prove to me that yours will. Whoa, right there. We got them. But this mask is going to be one hell of a conversation piece. It is. It was directly given to us from the divine, and y'all can run with it. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a game changer. It's going to be interesting to pull this mask. That's just a sidebar note. Don't get sidetracked rambling. But we got this by the tail. Now listen to me. All you people, for Clyde, listen to me. Clyde's been talking about this forever. But you know what, people? Let me tell you something. I'm going to say this first person. Is that I talked about this and studied about it. But hell, I also studied about Humpty Dumpty falling off a damn wall and a man jumped over the moon and ray guns. Now that's the closest one to being real. It's Flash Gordon and them damn ray guns. Whoa, have we got some ray guns now? And they're talking about on the news day that they're going to have to cough it up, but we've got some friends from outside, not just from outside the neighborhood, but outside of our little ozone out there visiting with us. Now, isn't that going to be wild? Rex, hello, Rex. Hello, Jimmy. God, what an amazing time to live. Don't be scared. I'm excited because there's a tremendous amount of opportunity for us to seize this deal. We can be first responders. I need people to be first responders and go out and find other people. Just tell them all they've got to do is just listen to me. And then I'm going to highlight y'all, and I'm going to show them how they too can have their name in that book. That book, since we're going to send it to the President of the United States and everyone on the House and the Senate and everybody, we're going to put it on Amazon. And that book, since it's going to Yellowhead, is going to go down in the Library of Congress. It is. And in 10, 20, 30 years, if you're young enough and your grandkid says, hey, what'd you do to help this thing be as good as it is? And your name's in the damn book. Your name's in the book. You got value. You know, you crossed your Rubicon, by God. You stood up. Listen to me, people. Listen to me. You've got to stand up. You've got to stand up. Even if you're meek and mild, stand up. Because turn around and look, we're right behind you, dog. We're right behind you. We get enough people and some shit hits the fan anywhere USA, within a twinkling of an eye, we can have what any member there needs that's going to use it to further the cause of correcting these wrongs. And we've got a lot of wrongs to correct. Let me just let you hear what Miss Ingram said tonight, October the 9th, on her show. Listen to this guy. He speaks the truth.
You find now that there is a great deal of push for mandates by government. And part of this is not just government, but you're going to have the private sector also enforcing these issues. For example, there was an article in August 6th in the USA Today by 3 very prominent bioethicists calling for a mandatory vaccine. And let me read just real quickly a few of the things that they said would be required. And this is a quote. Vaccine refusers could lose tax credits or be denied non-essential government services. Health insurers could levy higher premiums. You wouldn't be able to go into private businesses unless you showed your vaccine papers. This is advocacy, preparing the ground for that kind of a draconian and I would have to say soft authoritarian type of existence enforced by the private sector. And then you have Dr. Anthony Fauci. Now, I've never been in the anti-Anthony Fauci chorus, but then he wrote a piece in a science journal. He co-authored it in a journal called Cell. And he is
let
saying,
me read it. Let me read it for everybody here, because this is part of what he said. Living in greater harmony with nature will require changes in human behavior as well as other radical changes that may take decades to achieve, rebuilding the infrastructures of human existence. We will need to prioritize changes in those human behaviors that constitute risks for the emergence of infectious diseases. Wesley, explain that, rebuilding the infrastructures of human existence.
First, he said, we have to expand the power of the United Nations and the World Health Organization to accomplish this. And then what he's basically talking about is an international technocracy in which the international bureaucrats would be able to establish this kind of draconian imposition where we have to change our entire lifestyles. We have to change the way we live. We have to change our water systems. We have to change the way we travel and that kind of thing. It's just the most remarkable call for an authoritarian imposition internationally, and it got almost no attention. I was stunned when I read this. Cell is a very respected science journal, but this wasn't about science. This was about ideology.
So this is globalist social engineering.
Yeah, on stilts, as the old saying goes. On steroids. It's really a remarkable call by one of the most, quote, respected people in this country dealing with COVID. And he's not dealing with COVID in this. He's saying that basically what we have to do is prepare for the next pandemic. And so this would be a permanent condition because supposedly we're entering into the era of pandemics, and this is how we're going to have to live to try to keep safe. I don't want to be a serf. I want to be a free person and make my own decisions. I'm not against, of course, reasonable public health laws, but things like remaking the entire human infrastructure, as far as I'm concerned, should be off the table from the beginning.
Oh, well, it's a communist superstructure.
Can y'all hear that, people? We have not been crazy idiots running around with our hair on fire for the last 10 years. This shit is real. Don't wake up, just accept it, and let's do something about it. Ramblin' Randy, we down. So that was a video that I did. Oh, it's going to autoplay. Let me turn that off. That's a video I did, people. It does not require a massive studio. It'd be fun to have one, probably at some point May. That's y'all's cup of tea. I'm building a platform to promote you. Why? Because you got value. You can help save this damn country. The problem is that right as I speak, it is approaching the 11 o'clock hour. Clyde's already 2 hours into his show. I usually try to catch a lot of Clyde. I try to catch a little bit of all y'all on YouTube, and it is a bitch. It's a full-time job. But I don't want to miss any of the nuggets of value. I have that domain. Any nuggets of value that any of y'all say. So I spend all of my time doing this. Now, I do this project for bias reasons too. I want to know, the power of FOMO, which is fear of missing out. You can be fear of missing out on anything. Girls, boys, whatever. If you're a girl, but I'm into wanting to know right now what the hell's going on. Are you like me? And I know you are, because you influencers with the @ next to your names down there on Twitter. You know what? I think hopefully you're catching on that I'm trying to get a hold of you, and I want to promote you. But you may have a show, Polly, Amazing Polly. You may have a show that is powerful, and there's a nugget in it. Someone hears it the next time that Frank over there, started calling Frankie, quite frankly, has call-ins, and they say, well, over on Amazing Polly's show, I heard this, and then he brings it out, and then the guy who brings, the person that brought that comment to that show, everybody's going to get a tip. Everybody. As long as we got eyes and ears everywhere, they're going to be on all the shows. So there won't be competition. Y'all will all be fishing out of the big pond, okay? Everybody will have access to everybody that's inside of our little world. And that way, when people make a comment, the person that made a comment could get a penny, nickel, dime, or quarter, and everybody involved in that chain that brought that value to us as a group will be in the value line. I'm giving this to y'all. Why? By God, I want to do something right. That might sound strange to a lot of people, but you'd had to walk a mile, and maybe a little more than a mile. You'd have to walk in my shoes from Jumpstart. Just the sheer town that I'm living here in, that I was birthed in, Kilgore, Texas. Do your research. There's a story. I'll guarantee you there's a story about this place. I got drunk with my first wife and a friend of mine whose grandfather, his grandmother married Ross Sterling, who started damn Standard Oil. It ended up being Exxon. This town is full of that stuff down here. This is the world's richest acre, has the more oil than been pumped out of anywhere on this planet, is about a mile from me. I happen to have came back here serendipitously. I say not. I was driven back here and didn't know it, by the river. My son's going to the same oil and gas school that I started out doing. So I came back here, got a duplex, and let him stay in one half. I'm staying in the other. My wife's in Temple, scared shitless, with her mother, who's older, wearing a damn mask. You wouldn't believe it. They damn near wear bubble outside. It is amazing. I was up there visiting with them this past weekend. Drive by, that kind of thing. Hell, they don't even really want me to come in the house, because I'm contaminated. And I tell them that they're being stupid-ass idiots for wearing a damn mask and being all that stuff. It just eat some oranges, some cuckoo plum powder, and listen to Bob Gilpatrick, by God. And if you don't know Bob, I'll turn you on to him. My liver went out back in 2011. I went down to 5% and I got on this Bob stuff, built my liver back up. Let me tell you, if you're not healthy and you hadn't got some jingle in your back pockets, you're not living life right. And also, you need to smile every damn once in a while. We need to press flesh. We can get this thing going and we can make life happy. Life is meant to be good all the time, as Howard Caesar says in Houston, Texas, at the Unity Church. Where did that come from? I like Howard. I like Howard a lot. Well, I wanted y'all to hear that because there is a huge agenda going on here. If you don't think there is, then something is wrong. We've got to accept it. It isn't waking up. Everyone that's been awake, and I'm talking about getting up when the sun comes up, or whenever you arise in the morning and start your new day, you're going to run into this shit. Okay, whether you like it or not, Toto and Dorothy, there's some weird things going on here. There's some weird things going on here. Do you hear me? If you hear me, let's unite. There's going to come a time real soon. Real soon, I'm talking real soon. And it isn't going to be all miraculously cured because of this election, because this election thing, we better get together and we better start sharing energy, value, money, whatever you want to call it. It's energy. Let's get off the money thing. They've got energy all around the money deal. It's your energy. When you take a picture of something nice and you put it on our social platform that we will create together, I'm going to get y'all out walking before we start running. Because I know one thing. I can show you people, if you will help me get minds of people just simply to listen to me, and I'm going to guide the people, your listeners, people with the @ by your name, your listeners, you can direct them to me and I'll explain what's going on. They want to help you. It is going to be a spiritual axiom that they're going to gain value from just interacting and having skin in the game with you. But a lot of them can't buy a hat, cup, mug, and everything like that once a month. They can't get you a Patreon deal and do 5, 10, 20, or 30 it is for 5, 10, 15, 20 of you that they follow. They ain't got the cheese. They ain't got the cheese to get this preparation stuff that y'all are talking about out there. Probably about 50% of the people just sitting there frustrated going, I'm going to starve my ass to death. I better get some of that frozen shit, but I can't afford it. I'm going to show them. Yes, you can. You have value. Just let us know what you see every day. And some of it's going to stick. And if you've got 1 million people and your little stuff just sticks one time and you get a dime from 1 million people, do the math. Do the math. And I'm not speaking grandiosely. They're doing it right now over on Medium. Trying real hard to get Hacker Moon over here. You don't know, if you're a Medium person, you'll know Hacker Moon. He's got about that name has got about 1/3 of all of Medium. And we're gonna. It's been molded by successful projects, just like Medium, just like Barefoot Content Writer. They pay them, but they don't pay them a fair exchange of value. I'm gonna give it all to you. I'm not giving you a damn thing. What's going to happen is the community, if you've got value in a picture, a smile, something you say, you can even be seen out with the little 3 S's on a little pendant we're going to have, the Silent Supporter Society. If you do something of value, or you meet someone, you see that whatever, you figure out that, you can go to your phone that we'll have on this little app, and you can say, Susie Q. She did something of great value at XYZ, and I saw you, just want to flip you a token of appreciation for the goodness that you put into helping that person or whatever they did, because you yourself gain value and you want to show them a small token of that value. This is so divine. And I listen to y'all, all you people with the @ by your name. I listen to you, and I wait for when you're going to have to, interject how you're going to get some cheese, and everybody's doing it. YouTube's demonetizing. By God, if someone can get a hold of Sean, you got your at beside your name there, Sean. Someone get a hold of Sean. The way this system works, just getting hold of him and him getting his teeth into this, or any one of y'all get your teeth into this, you're going to go, oh my God. Oh my God. It's beyond powerful. Add up your views or your listener base, your newsletter base. And every time you come out with something of value that even a portion of your database, your listeners, resonate with, and they flip you a penny, nickel, dime, or quarter, you will be shocked. Does that sound crazy because you run the numbers, Sean, or Dave at X22, or any of y'all? I know your numbers. I know your numbers. And I know those that will flower. My God, look what Spiro's doing. Just off the hook. Lisa Haven, my God. Every one of y'all. I mean, as soon as this is over, I'm going to be over there listening to you. And I'm not going to the one at midnight Central Time. I'm not. This is y'all's. Jimmy. This is yours, Jimmy. Jimmy Church, Faded Black. I know Jimmy. I've been out there several times to see Jimmy. And I was flying around meeting these people because I didn't want to go through the running ads and all that kind of crap. This is real. This isn't no game. This isn't an MLM thing. It has aspects like a affiliate program. It's got to, because you got to put gas in your tank. And those influencers out there, I mean, look, just listen to me. Just listen to me. All you people's got an at by your name, or any of you people that don't have an at by your name, and you happen to be listening to this, you're on Twitter or Facebook, one of the two, that are your telepathic. If you get hold of these people, I'm telling you straight up that your life has just changed. This is going to show everybody how much they're raping y'all. Because if they were giving you a fair exchange of value for your valuable content that you're creating, you'd be getting, maybe not as much as you will through this, but you'd be getting a hell of a lot more than you are now. And you're worth it. You're worth it. If you'll be a good steward and pour a lot of what the value that's going to come your way, if you'll be a good steward of that, you will be recognized. We will all be recognized. The Silent Supporter Society will go down in history as carrying their own water. You know, people aren't learning because there's nothing in it for them. Now there is, because the only way that I'm going to be able to show people, or that I will show anybody, how to do this, which is so simple, it's silly. Just listen. And tell other people to listen. And when you gain value...
Joining us tonight is Rick
God,
Grinnell,
that scared the hell out of me.
former acting director.
I like Richard. Well, that's the universe speaking. That is a hell of a man right there. Right there. And I say man 100%. He might be, of a different persuasion than myself, but my damn brother was. He's dead now, my brother. But I like Richard a lot. Richard Grinnell. He got some gonads that went in there and started the ball rolling. I'm talking about. If you can get a hold of Richard, anybody that's got a following that needs energy to continue on. Energy again, remember money. Get a hold of Richard. Hell, everybody would. It's free for you influencers to get on board. All that I'm saying is I'm fixing to start loading your pockets up because I'm using you as a teacher. That's going to be our curriculum. And anyone that comes in, the people that just listen can come over there for free. If they say something really nice, one of you members, committed supporters, can drag that content in and split something with them, because we're going to be tipping to that good content. It's called a committed supporter. I take nothing. There isn't anything that Caesar can do, because I'm giving this to you as a gift, this platform. There's going to be phase 2, which is going to be just ungodly. And all these things came to me from sitting here researching. And the Kavanaugh deal is what really, not Justice of the Peace, the Prime Minister, on the Supreme Court. That was a farce, wasn't it? But it really, really amplified to me the need for what we're doing here. It really did. It was so rigged. Now look, let me also share this with you. All this shit that we're seeing, mask included, all that stuff is nothing but a diversion. Stand up just a little bit. Look toward the horizon. They're creating right now what they're stimulating you with. They're creating beyond your headlights. But we also, people, they put their pants on and panties or whatever it is. Oh, where did that come from? Oh my God. No, I haven't been to Epstein. But everybody's human out there. But they happen to know some tricks to get you to jump. But knowledge is power. And it's time, Mr. Rothschild and the descendants thereof and the spin-offs of all that, to move over, Rover. The students have become the new teachers. They ain't gonna stop us. Hey, just watch what you think about. Just watch what you think about. Where attention goes, energy flows. That's the seed of manifestation. Continue to feed it energy or focus. It's coming down. There's only one word in language, any language, that can stop that manifestation from happening, and that's doubt. And the universe will respond to that. Doesn't really want it. Doesn't really want it. He's doubting. I've been on this thing for 10 years. It's time. This is the time that it's for. And I have to give it away. But there will be a tremendous amount of value that will come my way. I know that. I have faith in that. But I create at the very bottom and watch them go parabolic. I'm going to enjoy this ride. So that's all I've got. If you've got an @ by your name on this Twitter deal, you do the same thing I'm doing, and this is a long video. If you only knew, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I'm that rock. If you've ever heard that story, I repeated it the other day about a gold miner or a timber person or whatever up in Alaska. And he had a door stop, big rock he kept the door open with. And one day a guy come by there and said, "Hey, man, what are you doing with that thing out there? Why are you stopping the door with it?" He said, "The rock." He said, "No, man, that's a chunk of solid gold. It had been sitting there for years. Probably why he's starving. Big old chunk of gold. I'm on your front porch. This isn't no sales pitch or nothing. I'm here to give this to you. Get a hold of me. RamblinRandysRadio @gmail.com. And all you other people, you too can be an influencer. You have no idea. I mean, I want to get a friend of mine that catfishes down the river, start him a little page on our platform, the Rabbit Hole Herald, when we get that thing going again. Whew. You talk about having some persistence and faith and patience when all of my dreams went up in smoke because a guy said get it off his server because he was basically a BLMer. But I'm here. It didn't ring a bell. Let's play ball. Put me in, coach. You play with me? If you've got an @ by your name, get a hold of me. If not, and also click the little bell. You YouTubers know what I'm talking about. Click the little subscribe button, and I'll keep you posted, and you'll see where I'm at on Twitter. And we're fixing to run this up the flagpole. See who all's going to salute it. Early bird gets the worm. This is Ramblin' Randy, and remember this: once a person who has been honestly mistaken all of their life learns the truth, they either cease to be mistaken or they cease to be honest. What say you? Go out, have a wonder-filled day. It is by choice. Smile at a stranger. I'll catch you on the flip side. Ramblin' Randy, we down.